I asked Microsoft software engineers, software engineering managers, product managers, and even a channel sales manager for advice. Yelena over here has over 11 years experience at Microsoft. I'm so excited. Let's get right into the video. What's your name, title, and how long have you been at Microsoft?
So my name is Teddy. I'm a product manager and I've been at Microsoft for roughly 4 months.
What was your subject of study?
So I studied computer science in my bachelor's and I have a master's in artificial intelligence.
If you could go back in time, what would you give as one piece of advice?
Get your CV really sharp. Make sure that everything, all the achievements are there, are clear. And then make sure that you know the role you're applying to.
What would you say for students if they're trying to apply to Microsoft?
They should focus, first of all, they need to believe they can get it, because for me, was like a big thing. So I was almost not applying at all. CV, doing side projects, I'll be motivated about the role and see that go well.
If you could sum up your experience at Microsoft, what would that be? One word.
One word, exciting, I will say.
Hey, cool, Teddy. Go check out Teddy.
My name is Rafi. I've been at Microsoft for 4 months and my title is software engineer.
What did you study?
So I studied computer science. I got a bachelor's and then joined Microsoft straight away once I graduated.
If you could give yourself or someone else out there advice?
I guess I'd say to back yourself. You know best your own skills and it's not productive to go into your job application and career with fears that you're not going to be good enough. You've just finished a degree, most people don't. It's good to just put some faith in yourself and try.
Sum up your experience at Microsoft in one word.
I guess new is every day I learn something new, I work on something new, I meet new people. It is a good experience.
My name is Selena. I work as a payments product manager and I have been at Microsoft for 5 years.
So what did you study?
Product development and production engineering.
What advice would you give to an aspiring product manager?
Product manager is like a navigator who leads us through the roadblocks. Be a good communicator and don't be afraid of any of the roadblocks on your way.
If you could sum up your experience in just one word.
Amazing.
Great. Go check out careers.microsoft.com.
My name's Timothy, Senior Software Engineering Manager. I've been at Microsoft just over a year.
Did you study a specific subject?
I didn't study a computer-related science, no. I studied music technology and audio system engineering design. So yeah, a very long way from managing teams in Microsoft.
What would you say if someone wants to pivot career?
I think it's about just having an interest and a passion in the thing that you want to do. I discovered programming, developing websites a bit later in life, and it was something I really enjoyed and had a passion for, so I grew as a person. I understood more and more, wanted to learn more and more, and then I've just grown into the role I'm in now.
You start off as a manager?
No, I was a front-end developer first, and then I've kind of worked my way up from junior all the way up to senior engineering manager now.
If you were to give someone some advice as to whether they should be an individual contributor or manager?
I can't give anyone that kind of advice. That's down to your personal taste. It's whether you are more about writing code and have a passion for architecture and great system designing, or whether you really like working with people and you want to develop others and help them move forward.
For someone you're hiring into your team as a software engineer, would you say they need to have specific knowledge?
The one piece of advice I would give someone is just have that learning mindset, a growth mindset. If you can show competence in a field of technology, then it's easy to learn another field. So I don't think you need to be specifically great at C# or a particular language. If you're good at any programming, then we can convert those skills and get you up to speed. I'd rather hire somebody who shows a lot of potential than somebody who thinks they know everything.
If you could sum up your experience at Microsoft in one word, what would that be?
Great.
Great. So what's your name, title, and how long have you been at Microsoft?
I'm Patrick Marmaroli. I'm a senior audio engineer and I joined Microsoft 1 year ago.
So could you explain what an audio engineer does?
Basically to test and benchmark the audio quality of our software and hardware products. It can be Teams, it can be Surface, laptops, this kind of things, and make sure the audio quality is met for customers.
What did you study at university?
At university I started by studying computer engineering. In the last year I specialized in signal processing. Then I did a PhD in acoustics and audio signal processing, and this is how I came into the audio world and work in different fields of acoustics, audio engineering, from measurements to deep learning.
If someone wanted to become an audio engineer, what would you recommend for them?
Basic recommendation is to have good ear for music and also be quite passionate by software programming, because there is a lot of the things we are doing by programming. It can be Python, MATLAB, anything you think about audio, but actually what's interesting is to process the audio signal, so to know how to extract information from the audio content. So it's a mix between technical skills and artistic skills.
Whole experience at Microsoft in one word, what would that one word be?
If it's one word, it's impactful.
Great.
I would say.
Cool. Thank you.
My name is Ali, the Channel Sales Manager responsible for Azure Solution Area, and I've been with Microsoft for almost a year and a half.
Did you study a certain subject?
I did not study computer science. I have Masters in Economics from Tartu University. I had a lot of interest in technology and innovation, so hence I also have one of my own startups. Unfortunately, it did not go well. I have done Azure Fundamentals course, now learning for data fundamentals. So yes, there is an on consistent growing and learning. Yes.
What platform do you use to learn that?
I use Microsoft Learn. Then I did use a lot of videos also, practice exams, and that helped a lot.
Yeah, Microsoft Learn is a free platform. I really love it. I train people on certs, so it's great to see people at Microsoft doing them as well. If you could sum up your experience at Microsoft in one word, what would that one word be?
One word? That's very hard. That's a really very hard question.
This is a real interview now.
Inspired.
Great. It's like Microsoft Inspire.
Yeah.
Your name, title, and how long have you been at Microsoft?
So my name is Louis Florentin. So I've been in Microsoft for 2 years as a software engineer and a media intelligence team for Teams.
What did you study at university?
A master of machine learning, and also I did an exchange in industrial design where I studied 3D software, Blender, SolidWorks.
If you could give advice to someone who wants to join Microsoft, what would you say to them?
And feel empowered to apply. I mean, so it's a big tech company. Many people are interested and want to apply, but you shouldn't think that, okay, I don't have enough luck for that, I'm not going to make it. Just believe in yourself, go through the process, might work.
Would you recommend that someone who wants to be at Microsoft needs to learn a specific language?
They're pretty open to programming languages, more interesting in the approach or thinking process. There are very good content online, careers website of Microsoft where you can learn more about how to perform well in an interview, the attitude, mentality, the culture, and to be a good starting point.
If you could sum up Microsoft in one word, what would that word be?
One word, yeah, it's maybe like create, because like just creating like awesome code for like great products and working with engineers of great quality and yeah, within a great work environment and culture. It's not one word, but
Your name, title, how long have you been at Microsoft?
I'm Elena Solodovnikova. I'm working as a principal software engineering manager at Microsoft, and I have been working at Microsoft for more than 11 years.
What did you study at university?
I studied computer science.
You've been here so long, is that like a reason?
Yes, I'm staying here for a number of reasons. First of all, I work with best engineers in industry that I can grow with and I can learn from. I also like that we have tons of self-development opportunities. The primary reason is, of course, people and culture that we have at Microsoft. Diverse and inclusive culture that inspires me to perform greater.
11 years you've been at Microsoft. Someone who wants to get to Microsoft, what would you say to them?
Be proactive. Don't make any barriers, don't be afraid of challenges, and try to solve your customers, your managers' problems.
So in university, I was stuck between thinking, okay, should I build projects? And I did a bunch of those, and then I started focusing more on data structures and algorithms, but then I realized I wasn't really building as much, so I went back to projects. So where's the balance?
During past year, I think I performed more than 100 interviews for Microsoft. I would say that both technical and soft skills are important. First of all, you will work at Microsoft in a group of people that you really need to collaborate with, and that's why soft skills are really important. At the same time, technical, of course, so you won't be able to do your work without having basic knowledge of algorithms, not even basic, I mean advanced algorithms, data structures, and so I would say that both are important.
Oh, thank you so much, Elena. And don't forget to learn how to reverse a linked list. No, that's what If you could sum up your experience at Microsoft in one word, what would that word be?
Challenging.
That was quick.